Alright, thankfully Ashton's on the west coast, so we should have time to dig into the DLC together. If I can hustle up. I think we're getting closer to the end on this one. How close are we on open wide? Anyway.
The crowd loves a man of mystery, and so do I, for that matter.
So when you think about becoming a pro PC gamer, when I can afford it, my goal is to do audio upgrades. It's going to cost me about $1,000. At least. Probably closer to $1,500. Between $1,000 and $1,500 to do audio upgrades for the stream, to take it to the next level. And be able to do more stuff as far as live production is concerned. And then I'd like to start building a gaming PC. Then I'll have this as my streaming computer that I use now, and I'll have a gaming rig. So, yeah, I'll start that. We'll get there eventually. Keep working at it. Keep working at it. Try not to alienate too many people in the process. But we're not going to be able to keep streaming if I don't be myself, so we'll get there when we get there. How about you, Raphael? Pretty sure your PC can handle games. It can handle games, yeah. It can handle games. I've got a much better CPU than I do GPU, though. I put all my money... It was a $1,200 rig when I put... That's what the money I had, and I put it into the CPU. At the time, I had the latest AMD CPU. Got an 800-watt power supply in it, and... In some ways it's falling apart, or falling behind, but in other ways it still gets the job done. It's definitely my whole business. But as far as streaming, I mean, I've got a monitor for my game, I've got a monitor for you guys, I've got a monitor for my OBS. That works for me. I'm comfortable with it. I have my Xbox to handle my gaming, as far as the computing of it. Handles all the graphics for me. I just have to worry about my PC doing the encoding for the stream. So, it's about efficiency. It's about efficiency and going forward whenever we're able to, you know, actually do money stuff on YouTube. Being able to not do copyrighted stuff, but at the same time not, like, ruining it for Wilso so we can do song requests, which means having a good computer so I can run Audacity and 2 OBSs, yada, 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 yada. You didn't ask for the spiel, so I'm not going to give you the spiel. The point is I do want to eventually transition over to the computer, but we aren't there yet. We won't be there for a while. But I'm not giving up, and I believe we'll get there. I wish bandits would attack.
A picture's worth 1,000 words, or in your case, the word kill repeated 1,000.
Might not be a bad roll.
Hey, Sugar, I did a few promo interviews to talk you up before your big fight with Piston, but it sounds like they went missing. Go find him, would you?
I'm gonna go ahead and beat the main story for now, though. I forget how this resolves itself, because there is a vault here. Something stupid happens. There's like one more big twist that's coming up. One more big twist is coming up. We'll see how what happens there. I know there's a really cool boss at the end that has what was a terrible legendary, but it got buffed. I'm not sure if it got buffed through the community patch though, or through actually Gearbox. It's a Moxie weapon, it's okay, but it's got like really specific uses. I'm not sure if you would be interested, Raphael, but via the Exodus, you can put your role-playing skills to the test. It is a loyalty program, which I think you know about. Rewards you for every second you're here, and you can use it to get free tips, free subs, free bit boss damage. And also, cash and prizes for yourself.
I could detonate your skull with but one well-timed squat thrust. But to spare you
One well-timed squat thrust. Alright, we need to get over there. To do it, we go in this big-ass circle. They designed this really cool arena. Probably the best one they've ever done. You go into it, I think, twice. Whole time. Some of that's for the better, because if they would have just done another arena DLC, it'd be fucking lame. But part of it is like, why this circle part? You don't want to use the arena? They use this circle part over and over and over again. Oh, you did this DLC too? What'd you think of it, Ashton? This is stupid. Hey, yeah, you are getting rich. You're getting up there for sure. I don't like Torg. What makes you not like Torg, Ashton? Oh. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be working on a challenge. Should have bought ammo. Why did I not buy any rocket ammo? Slowing myself down by not doing things like that. Hated the character since Jump. Well, he was just introduced for Borderlands 2, right? He's a new character for Borderlands 2. Is there anything in particular that made you hate him? I'm just curious. His voice and his 80s rocker shit annoys me. I'm cool with him, but I see where you're coming from. Using fire on these bots. I'm surprised no one said, hey, by the way, armor's weak to acid. Alright, here we go. I mean, that is not a Valky. Valky's on Pandora all have that same shape, that conical shape with the ring, the Volt symbol on him. He has some funny lines, but it's over the top. Just like if Tina has the ghetto-ass voice all the time, it'd wear thin fast, but she has so many that they're never overdone. Right on. See where you're coming from, man. I can appreciate your opinion. My opinion's different, but, I mean. As I said, I do think this is... Looking back on it now, and playing this again, I do think this is actually the weakest DLC. I think it's worth the money. It's not a bad money investment, but like story-wise and everything, it really does feel a little... It feels forced. It oddly enough feels the least unique out of all the DLCs at the end of it. I'm pretty sure it's going to have a really stupid twist, too. If I remember right. I like it when it calls me a hoe. That's woke. I've never met anybody actually hate Tiny Tina, though. She's become such a fan favorite. People fucking love her. I'm also just okay with Tina. I wish they wouldn't have killed Roland off. I hope in Borderlands 3... See, Borderlands 2, they started really leaning into the humor. And I feel like it goes a little too far. Because I just stopped taking the game seriously. I'm not saying you need to take it seriously. You know, but... I want something to ground it. Ground the experience and make it feel real. Which is why the Dragons DLC is good. And Borderlands 1 had humor. Had irreverence. But it also had some fairly serious storytelling elements to kind of ground you and make what you were doing feel worth it. There's a game that kind of ruined itself by leaning too hard into comedy. With two I could think of. Leisure Suit Larry. And, that one that involved the guy in his underpants. It was a role-playing game. They were pretty big on the 360 back in the XBLA day and age.
This is Flyboy.
But
Message for that vault-hunting noob sauce. I am the future.
it's called like Captain Underwear. Different opinion. Fashionista baguette. I hate Tiny Tina. There you go. Raphael was the one guy. Raphael was the one guy. What makes you hate Tiny Tina, Raphael? Right. Borderlands 2 is more bubbly, and I think that they are, and I hope that they are inserting more of that Borderlands 1 grittiness into Borderlands 3, because it was dark. It was irreverent, but it was dark. And this shit stops. It turns into slapstick. And slapstick's okay, but when I'm trying to like really get my fucking game on and get into it, I just fucking can't get into it. I need something like Halo or, you know, Diablo's lore to fucking ground you. Which is why looking back on it, these fucking big ass wrestlers are, they're, you know, they're okay. They're okay to start with. My audio is still messy, sorry. These big wrestler guys are okay, but didn't really change much, did it? I get sick of it. I just feel like, basically what we're doing here at the end, since we're achievement hunting, we didn't do UVHM, we didn't OP levels, as things start to get really fucking samey. It really doesn't matter who we're killing, they're still just fucking people for us to shoot over and over again. Which happens in Borderlands 1 as well, to be fair. And that's not so much the game's fault, as it is just the nature of what we're doing right now. In Borderlands 1, it totally is its fault, because fuck the Underdome. But in this one, it's largely just the way I'm playing right now. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you there, Ashton. It needs, that's why the Dragon DLC is so good. It has a serious kind of message in there. Not serious as in like, hey, fucking vote for your gun control lobby or some shit, but like, how are we going to reconciliate and do an epilogue for Roland? It's a really fitting epilogue for Bloodwing and Roland, and how does Tiny Tina deal with the grief as a kid in this fucked up world? That's the stuff that's made the lore strong in Borderlands. And it still has some comedy in there, still has some humor in there, like, you know, boner fart and all, blood explosions, the guys blowing up. Enough humor sprinkled in there to keep it lighthearted and fun. But now, this whole thing, this whole DLC is basically just fucking slapstick. Look, Will, so I'm just rambling, alright? I'm just on a soapbox trying to say what I want to say. It ain't gonna come out perfect every time. It's a good balance of serious emotion. Oh, man. What's going wrong here? What's going wrong in this world today? It's a good balance of serious emotion and slapstick bullshit to make people enjoy. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Borderlands should never take itself too seriously because it's just not a serious game. But when it becomes like so fucking hokey and ultimately it starts to feel shallow. And the Torg DLC, even though it's a good investment because you get the arena and you get a fun raid boss and there's like good grind content in here that would just benefit you in general, I don't like the overall story or flow or purpose of it. It feels like... God damn it. What it feels like to me is copy and paste. They start to copy and paste these DLCs. They do that in Bunkers and Badasses, but they really had perfected the formula at that point. But all these DLCs are the exact same formula. Like 3 main story missions, like 10 side quests, a map to explore. Like even Hammerlocks. Hammerlocks is fine because it's serious in nature, but it's still... I'm sorry, guys. Something's wrong with this fucking audio. I don't like the way it sounds. And I must fix it. I must make it right. because you're dealing with like Nagasaki, like you're dealing with what Hyperion looks like post Jack, and the issues that he's got a cult of personality. A lot of people praise him and think he's a god. That, you know, they've lost their leader. It's kind of like Iraq. You know, you take out fucking Saddam, and yeah, okay, you killed Saddam, but now who's in charge? Nobody's in charge. Oh shit! You mean when a government collapses, chaos and anarchy ensue? Uh-oh. So you can still get something out of it, even though it's funny. There's not a lot to get out of this. Shoot McFace. And Shoot McFace is fine, because then you get to meet Brick. So it keeps it going, and the funnies, you know, the funny keeps it going too. Unapologetically, throat clears, thanks tax season. It feels like, now that's a slogan, it feels like cough, act phlegm. I'm confused as to how Jack got away with murdering the former president. The former president of Hyperion? It's all explained in the pre-sequel, which we'll get there. We'll get there. I like the underlying story of it. A shame of a lead gladiator tries tricking a vault hunter to open, then you have to fight your way up to him, expose him for the true coward he is. I don't know. I don't mind this, like the backstabbing, even though it's just a lot of this just feels really hokey and canned to me. I mean, oh, fucking everyone's here. Introduce a new character. They're all at Moxie's bar. Hammerlock's in there, Scooter's in there. They're all in one big place, and it becomes, oh, hey, shoot. You know, and it doesn't, like, get any more than you gotta battle your... It's the whole fucking 80s montage thing, I get that. That's fine. But does it advance the story any of the core Borderlands universe? Does it explore any new characters in a way that changes or becomes meaningful? Nah. And Piston's lines start to get fucking annoying. That's just how I feel about it. Especially compared to the others. Scarlet was like at least interesting, and the world she was in was interesting because you got to explore this whole other element of Pandora, this, you know, the big dried up seabed and how those people live and what they've been doing. And there was some really cool environments in there, like the underground well in Oasis, a couple raid bosses, including a fan favorite Hyperius, a lot of new interesting weapons. I thought that Captain Blade was cool. I thought his story was interesting. And I just don't get that in here.
Moxie, the fans say you're all under coward. How do you respond to that?
I don't, sugar. You just
Wasn't Mr. Torg around before this?
You watch the way they turn die-hard badasses into tear-soaked cream puffs, and you tell me they're a coward. You want to know who the real coward is?
Simple stories are good, but it's when the story can't be turned into anything else that I just feel like you're just plugging and playing, copy and pasting. You know, it's like those Hallmark movies. Those Hallmark movies are simple stories, and simple stories good. Keep your story simple. But you can really tell when you're just going through the motions. Some of those Hallmark movies are pretty damn good. Some are a lot better than others, and those are the ones where, like, there's something at least a little bit substantial to them. Otherwise, it's like Justin Bieber's Baby. That's what the Torg DLC is to me. It's Justin Bieber's Baby. This is probably the best area of the whole DLC. This area is actually interesting. Don't think so. All right, well, there you go then. There you go.
You may have made it to the forge.
My opinion still stands. I think this is the weakest out of all the DLCs that they launched.
Freaking impenetrable. No dread.
Flyboy may think he's defended, but I found 3 access points to his lair.
This
Get
shit
to
is
the
loud.
battle board and blast your way through any of the access points, and you'll get your shot at Flyboy. Poor bastard has no idea what he's in for. Almost makes you feel bad. Almost.
Yeah, we could get a fucking casual Hulk. I would be happy. Hell with it. You guys are making me work for it tonight. We gotta pump this DLC out, and We either hate Torg or we love Torg. We either like this DLC, so then we don't like this DLC. And I sound like tax season. And by the way, you can go to your bank and you can use the Afterburner relic. That's good. Yes, you can pre-order Borderlands 3, by the way. There, I'm a little bit louder now. Still not quite where I want. I figure my voice is just probably fading out. I don't mind simple stories. I like simple stories. I enjoy stories in general. We all do. We're human beings. Stories are essential to what we are and who we are and shit. I just think that out of them, this one is the hokiest. And I think it leans too much into the meme shit that starts to weaken this franchise. When it's just fart jokes and belch jokes and explosions and fucking... that stuff, it just ruins the other jokes. The other jokes, in my opinion, hit harder because they're balanced out with some seriousness. It's like the Flat Man, you know, like Penn and Teller. You gotta have this contrast. The contrast creates the comedy. If it's all just one line, which is what the Torg DLC is to me, it's just one fucking giant slapstick comedy, then there's nothing playing off it. There's no Flat Man. There's no seriousness to make the comedy stand out more. Like, you get Shooty McShooty-Face right when you're in the middle of thinking that Hyperion has totally got this won. You've been stabbed in the back by Angel, you think there's no hope, and you're gonna have to rely on bandits for help. It's like, and then in the midst of this, here's Shooty McShooty-Face to break the pace up. Like, great movies know, or great sitcoms like Frasier. Frasier is so good at pacing. Frasier always has really, really serious moments and then breaks them up with some laugh. You know that there's going to be some line that comes in right when you need it, right when things are at their most sensitive and tension is at a breaking point. There'll be some funny line. But then in this, it's like constant fucking, hey, you're a hoe. Hey, here's a fart joke. Hey, here's a burp joke. And this is when Mr. Birch, I think, really started treading water. It's as good as the main story is in Bunkers and Badasses. The side quests are shit, mostly. They're mostly shit, because there's that one quest where you literally kill Call of Duty players. Like, in this one, you're killing game critics and bloggers. You tell me where Mr. Birch was at this point. So, I'm not against your opinion, because, hey, it's your opinion, and I can respect that. Mr. Torg, I like him too. I agree with you. He's a great character. There's parts of this DLC that are good. This is still not a bad DLC. You know, it's still not a bad DLC. Yeah, I love Frasier. Frasier's a great show. So funny. In going back, because I used to feel the opposite. That's the main reason I'm bringing this up, is I used to feel like Torg's the fucking, you know, best DLC. Because Torg. But now, 5 years later, I've gotten to revisit this, and that's led to all kinds of interesting thoughts and opinions and experiences in the short, brief time that we've ran back through all this. And I'm left with the feeling that I understand now better why people loved Bunkers and Badasses so much, because I think it has the strongest narrative and ties best into... It has a lot of good items, meaningful items. It's not the biggest DLC, but it's the most refined of their DLC model that they did for this game. And my overall impression of Torg is, shit, we gotta get a third DLC out. The twins are based off streamers. I want to know who. Nobody that's real. They've talked about that. I mean, you gotta think about it. They murder people on live stream. It's like just the idea, I think, of like militarizing your followers. I think that they should have more experience with streaming, because my experience with streaming is you get a lot of people that's going to refute you, and then if you got Wilso in here, he's going to say, hey, your voice sounds like fucking tax season. Now clean up that grammar. And I wouldn't have it any other way, to be fair. But this idea that you could militarize your fan base, I don't know, maybe Ninja. You guys all think for yourself as far as I can see, which, again, I would have it no other way. I've taken way too long on this DLC. I need an afterburner relic. I want to piss water off so much, but what can I do? I'm working with what I got. I'm working with what I got. Be right back, gonna play Apex with LL. Oh, well, there you go. In the words of tax season, if we weren't already tax season, well, there you go. Raphael and LL have made peace. And that's a slogan. Shoot him McFace. So I don't like him. I hate Tiny Tina because I don't like him. Alright. I always agree with you, man. Whatever you say. Right. You know, and I wouldn't, as I say, that's why I say I wouldn't have it any other way, okay? It's the last thing I expect. I'm just saying that in the context of what Gearbox is saying with the whole bandits. It's a cool story idea, okay? And I'm sure they don't mean anybody in particular. The idea that you could... But I don't think it's going to be streamers that could militarize a fucking following. I'm media stars? Yeah, totally, definitely, but... Streamers? I guess I don't know enough of what's going on out there in the big old world anymore. I suppose probably Ninja's got a Fortnite army. I mean, I've been watching this Asmongold stuff on YouTube, and that guy that he like kicked out of his guild, I could completely tell. It wouldn't take a psychologist to be able to tell that that guy fucking loved Asmongold. He'd shaved his head and everything. His whole behaviors were based around him. Something we gotta do with fuel tanks. Yo, VMR, Mr. Legendary V, thank you for taking the red pill, seeing just how deep the rabbit hole goes. Welcome to reality. Mr. Legendary V, thank you very much for that follow. Really appreciate it. Thank you. You did it for a good cause. You're helping us reach our first charity stream, which we will reach at 2,500 followers. Ashton, if you're still here, what's your launch window look like? Because I've made my mind up I'm going to go to sleep. And I'm going to get up at like 6 a.m. on Friday and try to start playing. I want to start playing by 7 or 8 a.m. on Friday morning. Now, your plan is still to play at midnight, right? The Tatman army. Yeah? You think the Tatman has enough following behind him that he probably could build an army?
Guy, he's a noob. Just stick to the fundamentals I taught you and you're going to be ace.
What fundamentals?
Fundamentals.
Eat lots of cookies?
Shut the hell up, Moxie! You don't understand my process? I take it back, girl. You know I love you. You forgive me?
I guess. Sure. Whatever.
No, not an actual army. I'm guessing you're a Tim the Tatman fan, Fitman? And if so, what makes you like him? Well, let's get everybody's opinions. I wish Raphael would have been able to explain why he doesn't like Tiny Tina. I'd like to hear the one person I've met who doesn't like Tiny Tina. But I like watching him assemble the army in WoW, for example, is amazing. Tim the Tatman plays classic WoW. And it's gonna be... Classic WoW is gonna be interesting. I imagine it's gonna actually fizzle out, but I really wanna know what Blizzard's gonna do after this. I feel like what they've gotta do is do some fucking kind of patch that, like, is able to consolidate both the games. And everybody in the industry can learn from this moment. Because even classic WoW people agree that there was a bunch of like really good stuff done in the median, especially quality of life stuff. So that's all we have to do is marry the modern ease of use, quality of life stuff with the old school gameplay and design. Wow. So it's hyperbole sort of, right? Hyperbole is just like, you know, an over-exaggeration, so I guess. You know, I say like, I'm literally dying right now. Like, that's hyperbole. I do like him. He's just extremely relatable in the general chill vibe. I think I must put up put off the opposite vibe. I must put off the fucking, hey, you want to fight about it vibe? You want to fight about it? My grandma and my family's gonna wonder why this investment didn't pan out. I say, well, I think I don't put out the chill vibe, I put out the fucking you want to fight about it vibe. Fuck you, I'm chill. Now that's an example of an oxymoron. Played classic and played retail. Sounds like Tim the Tap Man's a very cool person. What's wrong with this gun? I'm literally crying laughing right now when your face looks like this. Yeah, right, exactly. Exactly, son. That's hyperbole. You know, like when you get on the news, yeah, I'm gonna give an example that personally pisses me off, and they're like, this is an attack on our democracy. Our democracy is falling apart. He's literally attacking our democracy. Our democracy is falling apart. Meanwhile, you just had a peaceful transition of power. You just had an election where the Congress changed power parties. You'll have another election coming right up. Elections going on peacefully throughout the country at a constant. Not one fucking word has been changed on the Constitution, and it's an attack! That's shit, man. It's... when something finally does go wrong, that something like that happens, we're not going to listen anymore because we've heard it constantly. I'm literally crying laughing right now, yeah. Now we gotta turn Wilson's music up. Kind of stopped working on open wide, didn't I? Not really. I'm close, but I did. If I would have focused, I would have had it. You're definitely more political and opinionated than Sam. Well, hey, there you go. But I am who I am, so if you don't like it, what I've learned is that just is what it is. But I can't stop being myself or I won't stream. Now, whether I should be a streamer or not, opinions definitely vary, and that's an open-ended question. But I do know I will never stream if I can't be myself. What do you know? I'm not Tim the Tap Man. You know what, Fitman? If I tried to be Tim the Tap Man, nobody would fucking even remotely care, because I would just be another copycat. Oh, I wish we had an acid shotgun. He's glorifying the overweight generation, motherfucker. He bought a bunch of McDonald's burgers. Chill. Right. Yeah, but that's just the media cycle. That's why, like, Raphael not liking Keemstar. Like, I'm completely okay with Keemstar. He's just the YouTube equivalent of what the modern media is, and even then he's less toxic and corrupt. At least you can fucking talk to him. These people get to hide behind a lot of backroom meetings where they spin us tales of the world and weave a web of lies. The whole thing with like the Tide Pod challenge is not at all a phenomenon. That is a consistent pattern. The media reports on something. 2 people, 3 people had 8 Tide Pods. 2 elderly people who had dementia and some idiot somewhere who put it on like YouTube. Then the media claimed that it was an event, that it was happening all across the country. People were eating Tide Pods. It was never an event. People were not eating Tide Pods, except for generally people with dementia. Now, is it an issue the Tide Pods looked a little bit too much like fucking candy? Probably so. Yeah, I would agree with that. You know, they probably shouldn't look like candy. But I see why they did it, because money. But then the media started saying that this has gone viral. Everybody's eating Tide Pods. Please stop your kids from doing it. They're suing the companies and all this shit. And then you had an explosion of people eating fucking Tide Pods. After people became convinced that people were eating Tide Pods. It's a slow news day. They create a story. It's a business. You ever read the sources for a bunch of articles? Oh, I got my info from this article. This article got their info from that. Right. Yeah. That shit gets fucking terrible. It's too bad because there are, like, legitimate journalists out there who still do the job and, you know, and are brave and everything else. So it's not like... I've not completely tuned out, but I definitely know that 95% of their shit is just infotainment. Info-fucking-tainment in theater. I know that the double penetrating unkept Herald is our bread and butter. Damn it, why is everything gotta be armored? Why is everything gotta be armored? We need to get these challenges done. Oh hey, we can do this thing. Yo, young son! Always scroll straight to the bottom of the article, look for source links. I close the window immediately, nice. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being... you know, holding stuff to a higher standard. That's something that I get from both political parties out of the older generation. If I ask my stepdad or if I ask older folks about things, they say, like, we just used to hold things to a much higher standard, they always tell me. We used to hold our elected officials to a higher standard, but we used to hold the news to a higher standard too. We trusted it, we believed it, and it gave it to us straight. And now they don't trust anything across the spectrum. Nothing, man, chilling. Sweet. Thanks for being here, Adam. You having a good day? You having a bad day? That's true, definitely be yourself. I mean, thank you, Fitman, but I don't think Tim the Tatman has anything on us. He's done very well. He's very successful, and that's great. Happy for his success. I don't know the fucking guy, but I wouldn't wish people bad, so. Comparing myself to Tim the Tatman is like comparing fucking McDonald's to your local burger joint. Which is fine. Gonna get, oh, Iceborne. Iceborne comes out this Friday? Are you getting, because you got the Diamond Edition. You got the Diamond, good man, just waiting room for me. Yeah, just waiting for Borderlands 3. Just chilling around. You gonna do anything in the meantime, Adam? Do you plan on just fucking hibernating? Hibernating for a week? Let's get it. How's work going? How are the ladies treating you, Adam? How are the streamer girls treating you? How's the dog? How's Cooper? How's the family? None of those shots hit. I thought I would be real fucking swag, smooth. I'd aim ahead of time. Hit those shots. Dude, that Borderlands Diamond is nuts. I'm so jelly. I'm so jelly. That's impressive, though. Thing is going to be a collector's item. No doubt about it. Worth a lot of money. A prized piece of your collection, there's something. All my extra gaming money is going towards Borderlands 3. So Iceborne's Friday. Cool. Nice. You'll have a week to dig in, then. You have a week to dig in. Gonna stream tomorrow. Ladies are good, says Adam. Ladies are good. Streamer girls the same. Cooper's amazing. Sleeping right now, so his stomach's better after the vomiting. Working Saturday. I've been to Borderlands 3 for the most part. I haven't gamed that much this week. You still building up the endurance for the 24-hour stream? Is the 24-hour stream still planned? True, to be honest. At least you grabbed 3. At least you grabbed 3. It's gonna be sweet. Stoked for that, dude. I hope you keep that attitude. That'll be exciting for you. That'll be exciting for you. And you say you're not quitting no matter what? It's gonna be like 6 in the morning when I'm done with everything. I'm still gonna be fighting with this mic, flemming like tax season, talking like I don't even know my own native language and pissing people off, and I'll still be pushing through this. Because I'd like to do Tales from the Borderlands tomorrow. Yeah, no quitting, no quitting. Good luck. Good luck. Godspeed. I'm happy to have a week with Iceborne before Borderlands 3 dive starts. I'll be going hard after work on both these coming Fridays. Are you going to do a 24-hour stream or something? Maybe over the weekend for Borderlands 3 or Iceborne? I wish Zed could get a hold of Iceborne. He's been so hyped for that. No, I got too much shit to do. I'll be doing stream from 5:30 to 6 to like 3 a.m. The 24-hour streams are not so I couldn't do them. You could do them. You're strong. You're strong. You got internal fortitude, intestinal fortitude. You could do it. If you wanted to. If you wanted to. Yeah, you'd be doing a long stream though. 6 p.m. to 3 a.m. It's going to be a hell of a long stream. Are you going to be rushing to 50? You're going to be taking your time. We talked to a guy yesterday. He's not going to quit streaming until he hits level 50. No way. He's not going to quit streaming. He said it's going to be a 30-hour campaign just on the first playthrough. So this guy's planning on being live 60 hours. He says he'll lose count of the hours after 48. Nope, taking my time. Slow and steady, hit as many side quests as I can, move forward just like I did Borderlands 2.
Feeling overburdened by money? Welcome to Dr. Zed's Portable Clinic. What can I get?
I'm going to do a mix, I think. I'm going to do a mix. I'm definitely going to be pushing, but not really hard. I'm going to take my time as much as is reasonable, but at the same time, I think within 2 weeks, I want a level 50 character. I think I want my Zane to be 100%. Level 50, everything's unlocked across both playthroughs. Oh man, I don't want to turn Friday into our Tales from the Borderlands playthrough, but if I have to do that, that's what I have to do. As in, put a full day into Lilith, because these DLCs have been just about a day of DLC. What have I got? Where the fuck's Flyboy? I want Flyboy to come die right now. Oh yeah, we gotta go turn it in all the way over here. There's like 5 rounds of this too. Quite a bit of side content on this one. I'm still gonna come on. It's only 12. I can do this. If it's 1 a.m., I'm gonna fucking start it. At the very least, I'm gonna start it. Meaning it's going to give us Sunday through Thursday to do Tales from, the pre-sequel. The pre-sequel. Still would be one stream dedicated to Tales from the Borderlands. And it would give us about 5 days to do 100% of pre-sequel. But pre-sequel's only got 1 story DLC. I've kind of got a plan already made out that we're going to do the first playthrough. I'm going to rush through it. And I'm going to do the Underdome thing. It's got a DLC that's all about arena. I'm gonna do it. Then we're gonna start a second playthrough. Second playthrough, I'll 100% do Claptastic, and then go back for one achievement that should be hanging around. Dora, Dora, Dora. One thing we should do though, before we quit entirely tonight, is get challenge accepted done. You fucker. I'm back around, you motherfucker.
She committed suicide. It was cyanide swimming through a bloodstream, filled with morphine, the life of a drug fiend. It's ironic as I sip the gin and tonic, blasting anymore. My attitude was nobody moves, nobody gets hurt. Hitmen on the set, we about to catch wreck. Nobody moves, nobody gets hurt. Hitmen on the set.
And Adam, you still gonna make your main Amari? Still doing Flak as your main?
Thanks to the Vault Hunter's badassery, nothing stands between him slash her and the number 2 ranked flag hitter. This is gonna be
Hell with it. I'm here. I'm gonna do it.
The Flyboy's lair is open. Get in there and bring the pain.
It's actually a pretty long DLC. Flak or Amari? Damn, you started changing your mind. Mo's to 50, then Flak. I thought Flak was going to be your 24-hour stream. You did change your mind. You want to get banned. Ban them all. Ban them all, Vegna. It'll just be you and me, and we'll pretend. We'll pretend we got partnered.
shoot the boxes on those buses so they'll drop my boys' toys.
Adam changed his mind. What? Yeah. Mose was going to be your main, but you were going to do the Flak 24-hour stream. So Flak was going to be your main, and now you're between Flak and Amari. And Mose is going to be your main again. No question. No question. No question my ass. That's not what it's looked like for the last couple weeks, my friend. I'm just joking around with you. Alright, so Mo's 100% now. Alright. As much as the smarter thing is to not do the Lilith DLC today, I also just kind of want to really be done with this today. So, I think I might just fucking push through regardless because I want to be done. These fucking buzzards. I've got terrible weapons for this. Drop your shit. Flak build I'm going to do is critical build, what I'm going to aim for. So Flak is your main, or Mo's 100%, right? I've had a great taste since announcement. Stop copying me, Adam. I've had great taste since announcements, boy. Boy? I know, man. Okay. Moe's makes you shield and ammo trees. Yeah, Moe's main character. Okay. Then you're gonna do flak. Then Amari. I've really got to kill every fucking buzzard. Holy shit. Why is it shooting so slow? This last one I remember being really hard. Dude, how fucking many? More buzzards keep showing up. Jeez. Maybe I played it. Maybe I played what? Well, so. Oh yeah, he did play Borderlands 2 a lot.
Keep grabbing Flyboy's toys. Holy shit, that rhymed.
Thanks for the stretch.
Oh, I wish I had an acid rocket launcher.
May it keep you safe in your travels. A pleasure as always. Pleasure doing business. Come back anytime.
Whatever. Maybe it'll do enough. It's still a damn good flamethrower. Just really this fire acid. This fire is not working against armor at all. Oh, I think he's gonna drop all of his bling over the mountain. That sucks.